1. Cold Bill. Not up for debate. Every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m.
Peace.
Cold Bill.
Hot liquor.
Not up for debate.
Me and Miller done.
Rule the guy.
Miss So Ambitious.
Got a special guest in the motherfucking building. Tell them your name and where you from.
Kevin Norris from the south side of Anderson.
Yeah, south side. Go ahead and pop it off, right? You been waiting on him.
Yeah. So, tell the people what it is that you do.
Man, what I don't do. Like I said, from south side, I do a lot of community work. I'm an author, I'm a teacher, I'm a community activist. Man, it ain't, only thing I can't do is get taller. That's all I can do.
And how many years and how long has it been since you've been doing those things? And what is the thing that keep you inspired over the duration of time?
Man, as far as like community stuff, I've been doing that since like 2000. The motivation for the like actual community stuff, growing up with a single parent mom, no dad, you know, just seeing how the older men took me in and really, back then, like some older than you guys, but you know, the older men took us in and they did a lot of stuff with us, you know, as far as like showing us the right way and all that stuff. So that's something that we're missing now, but I just wanted to bring it back, you know, so that's the whole meaning behind it.
True indeed.
Well, what got you into it though? Like this, like period. Like you like, let me damn change somebody's life around. Like that's what you was aiming to do. Like get these kids off the streets and find better opportunities for them.
Yeah, like I said, just growing without a dad. You know, a lot of
I know the feeling.
Yeah, a lot of young guys, you know, from Southside didn't have a dad. I think growing up, the only dad that was around was Corey and Roy Jones' dad. So he was like the neighborhood dad. And like I said, if it wasn't for him, and then I think with Nasha and all of them, their dad was there. But you know, as far as like an actual dad in the home, it wasn't none of that back in the days, man.
Yeah, not up for debate. Not up for debate right there.
So what is it?
Stop doing all that stuff you doing.
I'm gonna ask you for the bottom of me.
Damn, you can boo her, acid reflex and shit. Fuck.
You elbowing me for?
Damn. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, so you say you're an author?
Yeah, I'm an author. I have 17 published books. Yeah.
Okay, and what does they consist of?
Man,
Like the very first book that you wrote, what inspired you to write it?
My divorce. Let me hit it one more time.
Hold on, so what's that book about?
It wasn't about the divorce, man, but my first book was called Happy Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a children's book, but it was based about a single parent mom. She works 2 jobs. She works as a custodian and she works as a waitress.
Mm-hmm.
And she has 3 children, and it's told through the eyes of the youngest son, where he sees his mom come home, you know, real tired from both jobs and all that stuff. And he just tells, like, you know, despite my mom working 2 jobs, she always makes sure that, you know, we get our schoolwork, and she just, you know, provides for us. And that's mainly what I want to do now. You know, there's a lot of single parent moms out here that do double jobs, you know, besides just working, the dads also. So I just named it Happy Father's Day, you know, just to celebrate the single parent moms.
So you write children's books, or you?
Yeah, I write children's books. I got write books that's geared towards teens.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple of coloring books. I got some comic books.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of comic books you got?
My first one, it's a comic book series. We're on the 2nd series now. It's called Power Intellect Squad. And I don't know if y'all remember when the eclipse came, like a couple years ago. I kind of based it around that, and it's about a group of teenagers who have special needs. Mm-hmm. And when the eclipse came, every special needs student has like a special power. Like one that's in a wheelchair, she transforms her wheelchair into a car. One that has Tourette's. You know, Tourette's is when they just
I need
spaz
that
out and
book. I
you
need
know.
that book. I want to check that out, man.
But
You got to
yeah.
start sharing a lot of stuff on our. Sending us some stuff so we can share it on our page, man.
Okay, yeah.
That's dope as fuck.
But yeah, and then I'm working on one now. It's a black it's a black yeah. It's a black comic book and it's geared toward black students. You know, the one that I don't write a lot of I don't listen to a lot of comic book stuff, but you know, when I think of black comics, I'm thinking of Black Panther and stuff like this. So I'm trying not to be another Black Panther. I want to get it to be something that's more non-ether.
Okay.
If y'all feel me, you know.
So you ain't trying to do no like Blade and all that.
Nah. I'm trying to have something where the parents are doctors, and you know, and they trying to come up with a formula to. It's like he's trying to cure bone cancer.
Okay.
So the government is trying to infiltrate that and take the parents down because they're trying to make things a little bit better. So, yeah.
So if you can come up with your own genre of what you want that comic book to fall in, what would it be? Because you know how you got like Marvel, you got DC, you got what is it? What is it called?
Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse. You got so what would yours be?
You got them anime.
Like if you can create your own genre, what would it be?
Kevin Comics.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't follow nobody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should be dope.
You set your own, and it ain't no disrespect to anybody such as Marvel, nothing like that, but you got to create your own lane. You know what I'm saying? So that way, somebody come after you, then they copying you. I never try to copy other people. I try to make my own lane. So,
Right.
Not up for the bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that comic book. Now you got me interested in that book.
But yeah, I send you the links.
Yeah, I want to, because
And I love
I'm a
comics and
comic
shit.
book fan, so
Yeah.
I like, you know, Marvel and all that stuff.
And I
Shit, I buy that motherfucker.
yeah, I'm a
need
teacher, so I can talk. So
Yeah,
I have to tell me.
that's
shit
what
to
you
them
are. That's what
sometimes.
No, that's
But
Now
I-
you honestly is good right now because we ain't drunk right now. So you be like, goddamn, it'll be all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
So you say you're a teacher?
Yeah, I'm a
What you
teacher.
teach?
I'm a teacher. But before we go on that, I got another book that I'm a co-author for this young lady. Her name is Carla Kidd, and she wrote a book about her divorce. She went through like a real bad divorce where her children and all this stuff were gone. You know, it was just a whole bunch of stuff from her husband. So I helped her write that, and then the other book that I wrote, it's two parts of it. It's called A Princess Without a Dress. And the reason why I called it Princess Without a Dress is because, you know, young girls, you know, when they come with a dress, they say, "Oh, this is my princess" or whatever. But I want young ladies to know that. But I want young ladies to know that, you know, you don't have to have a dress to be a princess. But with this book right here, she's molested by her uncle.
Okay.
Yeah. And she has to go through all that. So, like I said, a lot of young girls go through molestation and they don't have it. You know, as far as like they don't say anything about it. And then it's us teachers who, you know, have to deal with it, with the behavior and stuff.
A lot of times when they say something about it,
That's
their
true.
mamas don't believe it.
Yeah.
Or they're afraid to say something to the mama because it may be someone that the mama don't brought around.
Right.
that don't
Yeah,
abuse of the child.
and that's what it is. And like I said,
It'd be
usually.
weird though when a mama don't believe that shit though. When a child,
Yeah.
some childs can make up allegations and shit, but if a child keep telling you some shit, you need to believe that shit. Though.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of times with women, the reason why they in denial is because most of the time it be their boyfriend.
Yeah.
And they so desperate for love to
Yeah.
where they will overlook what the trauma that their kids are going through just to have somebody because they don't want to be by themselves.
Yeah.
Never for the baby.
And like I said, with this one right here, it's the uncle, it's the dad's brother who he takes in.
Yeah.
Who's a homeless man, and you know he's trying to be a good brother, so he takes his brother in, and then finds out his brother's messing with his daughter. So
That's why you can't be good to everybody.
oh yeah.
Just entertaining.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to give us them. We'll put them in here. Matter of fact, when you get a chance, bring some so we can set them up in the podcast.
Okay.
That's what we've been
Especially
needing to
the
do
comic
right there.
books,
Yeah, the
yeah,
comic
the
books
comic books.
and the other books, just set them around the podcast so people can actually see them and
Okay.
they want to shout with you, they can hit you up.
Okay.
So you say you was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
What do you teach?
I teach pre-K. I've been
Oh,
teaching.
wow.
Yeah, I teach 4-year-olds. I've been teaching for about 20-something years now. I teach in Livonia, Georgia. I've been there for 6 years, and I'm the first black male teacher there, which is kind of crazy. Because when they hired me, the lady was like, are you at the right spot? She thought I was supposed to be in at the elementary school, and I was like, nah. And she was like, well, I'm gonna let you know you're the first black male, and that's ever been a teacher here. So I was like, okay, so I'm still the only black male.
What made you do kindergarten? Like, why kindergarten?
But
Yeah,
yeah.
especially them little
Like,
hard-headed,
Yeah,
little hard-headed.
pre-K.
Why
I'm
them?
well, pre-K, it's the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, you get them from mom and daddy or mama, and then a lot of them don't have dads.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
How is that? Like you seen the daddies even bring their kids to school? Like,
Yeah, I see more. I saw more when I was in Anderson than I do in Livonia.
Okay.
It's more single parent moms, and like I said, it's more single parent white moms with mixed kids now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
One second, y'all. Shout out to Alpo. Rest in peace to your brother, Dope Boy Ra.
Hey yo, I seen it and I was waiting to say something. You talk Dope Boy Ra, he rap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna get back on that in a minute, though. We'll get back on in a minute. But you say you see more. It's very common in Anderson than it is in Livonia.
Yeah, as far as like, but like I said, that's been a couple of years ago because I've been in like I said, Livonia for about 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So but yeah, like I said that this setting the foundation, and I've been called daddy, you know, and it's pretty cool. But then you got to tell the kid, nah, I'm not your daddy. But it's good that they see you in that father figure type of way, you know.
Now, see, I'm asking this question for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see more African males taking their kids to school than versus Caucasian males?
Well, as far as like Georgia or Anderson,
Georgia.
now, okay. I see more. It's more Caucasian than African American, and most of the Caucasians, they dropping them off and then they go on. Most of the black guys, they come and then as far as like walking them,
Mhm.
and then they go to their car. Most of the white guys are like, hey, bam,
Mhm.
they go.
So you like sport?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But one thing we do have, which is a good thing, we have a thing where the dads come in and do hands-on stuff with the children and stuff, and I do see a lot of black guys come in.
Mhm.
So that's a good thing as well. But
Shout out to the daddies, man.
yeah.
Buffalo said, "What drove you to education as a career?"
It's pretty much everyone in my family. Like I had an uncle, he passed years ago. He was the head basketball coach at Westside High School, Coach John Moore, and he was like my influence. And then, like I said, back then they had this thing called the Guys and Dolls, and that's how I met Chad Bozeman, because his mom and dad was like the elite black people. Like it was doctors, educators, and all that stuff. So my aunt and uncle was kind of like my parents or whatever. So seeing them in like that Cosby type thing, because we was living good times, without James. That's how we were living, Then I went to my uncle and uncle's house, and they were living like the Cosby, but the floor that was clean and a lot of good stuff. So just seeing those black educators kind of influenced me,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
That's
bad.
So, by you being a teacher,
Mhm.
and I know you probably encountered a lot of different, students. So, how do you feel about mental health?
Man, as far as like with students, yeah, mental health is, it's for the children and adults. I take it more serious. And one thing that I found out also as a teacher for the past, I don't know if it was during COVID or whatever, but they're catering more to us as teachers mental health wise, because we are. The children who we have now, they're the COVID children. Those are the children who were stuck at home and can't do anything. Now,
Right.
release them wild motherfuckers. Now they going crazy. They just all that shit, man. But
That shit picking back up too when the
yeah.
COVID is.
Yeah. But yeah, these kids right here, man. They something
Hold
different.
on one second. Duran, don't do him. Do not do him. They're talking about, hey Kevin, let's perk it up. I'm falling asleep.
Come on up here.
Wow. But
Damn.
do you feel like what is the school system doing to help kids that are battling with mental health issues? Like, do you feel like the school system is catering to their mental health issues, or do you feel like they just kind of brushing it off?
they cater to it, but not as much as they could. You know, especially in what I'm talking about the younger children that I teach. You know, like the elementary, middle school, and the high school students, I really can't tell, but they're trying to cater more to the younger students and then to the parents more than they ever did before. You know,
You got your phone with you. Put your phone up there so you can read the comments. People talking to you. Speaking to
Oh,
you.
hold on. Let me do this here. We got this over.
All right.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
but yeah, as far as like the whole mental health thing, like I said it is. It's more talked about now than it was before. Yeah.
Yeah, mental health can be serious for some people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what we did. We I had a mental health thing at Southside Park about a month ago, and it was just because everyone think just because mental health is a certain thing, it's something that most people been battling. Like we said earlier about mama having a boyfriend and the girl acting crazy, and you acting, what the hell's going on with her? You know, but not thinking that mentally she's messed up. You know, so that right there caters.
A lot of people just stupid as fuck. To be honest with you, a lot of people ain't mental, man. You know, they carry on this thing. They want to be mental, but they not. I don't know. That's what we spoke on probably about 100 episodes ago. Just saying like motherfuckers be want to be bipolar and they not.
Oh,
I was like, nigga, I'm bipolar.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck you want to brag about being bipolar? It's stupid. I don't get it.
And not to cut you off, but a lot of parents, they look for their money too, because if they can get a diagnosis from the school system, that's when their money come in. You know? And you know people love that money.
Right.
So
Yeah, they start working part time.
yeah.
Buffalo said, with the technology in the ways of the world, what do you see our community in the next few years?
Zombies, as far as the technology, because it's taking over everybody. It is, man.
Not for the bed. That Kobe right there. That zombie right there. Kobe.
It is. I mean, just think about it, man. Social media has got everybody so, you know, people say, man, I'm sick just to get likes.
Yeah.
People say I'm cooking just to get likes. You know what I'm saying? That's mental health right there. If you sit there and think about it, that's fucked up. You want attention. You making comments just to get.
See, a lot of people say shit so you can talk them out of it.
Oh yeah.
Like if this thing I go on there right now, say, man, I'm finna cut my motherfucking wrist, and then everybody gonna start inboxing me.
Oh yeah.
Looking at my stories and shit.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm sitting here around a whole lot of people just acting stupid, being dumb.
I'm gonna tell you to do it.
You know what? That shit right there dangerous. If you tell somebody to do it and they do some shit like that though, you go to jail for that type
I'll be
of
like,
shit.
damn, you did it. Shit.
A lot of people do that stuff, so they be like, nah, I don't do that. Why you want to do that for? They're like, man, they start telling you why they want to do this
Oh
and why that.
yeah.
I don't
That's like what
understand
you
this shit.
said though. People
What's up,
just,
Kiki?
some people just stupid out.
They're stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
They stupid as fuck.
And like I said, social media has just made that outlet even more. You know what I'm saying? To where everybody can see it.
Mm-hmm. Social media is a gift and a curse, though.
Yeah, it is. You know, and the biggest thing, like I said, when I first got on Facebook was, you know, to talk to family members and stuff like that. Now it's like, yo, like I was saying earlier, you know, it's more, let me see what I can do to get attention. Let me show my titties. Let me show this. Let me go ahead and put my phone right here and let people watch me smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? It's attention seeker, man.
Yeah, they'll like that, but you do something positive, they ain't gonna like it.
Oh, no. I'm telling you. Yo.
Like if I go on right now and put a perk on my tongue and goddamn pull out a chopper, everybody gonna like, boy, that nigga 100, boy, that nigga real.
Oh, yeah.
If I go on there and say, man, I just helped all these kids, goddamn, get some stuff for school, I'm gonna have probably 10 likes.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird, man.
Kiki, he's his name is Kevin Norris. He's the community man. She said you look familiar.
If you missed it, he got comic books. I want one of them comic books about
I
my
just
birthday.
said I
He
want
got
one.
books and shit. He a school teacher. Good shit.
Yeah.
He do a lot for the youth. What all do you do for the youth?
Like I said, I do a free basketball camp. I've taken children to NBA basketball games, baseball games.
Can adults go?
Yeah, you got to pay for your own.
What?
I get the free tickets for the children.
But you want to try to learn how to play basketball now?
I was just gonna go to a game.
Oh yeah, but when you was talking about that earlier, because about the positive and the negative, you know, I sit here and I do a lot of stuff for the youth, and it's free. You know what I'm saying? And I can't get one person to come. You know, like I said, people comment and you know these are funny niggas. You know, they sit up here and they comment about funny stuff, but when somebody's out there doing something good, you know, where you at? You know, it's all funny games until you sit back and look. It's like, what the fuck are you doing compared to what you could be doing? You know?
I mean, they don't support it. They don't
No,
support
no, they don't. They don't. They wait, and then when
They
shit
support
start
bullshit.
popping, yeah, when shit start popping, then oh, that's my cousin, that's my such and such. Nah, nigga, if you ain't my
I don't know
cousin in
you.
the beginning, I don't know you now.
I don't know you.
Yeah, true indeed. True
Yeah.
What you
indeed.
doing that for? Let me check him real quick.
Yeah.
Apple, he ain't bring up that subject I did. I'm gonna give him my credit.
Yeah.
No.
We've been talking about mental
No.
health issues.
Let me give him my credit.
I'm letting them see right now. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to speak on complacency, though, what Ms. So Ambitious also brought up, right? And it follows up to, you know, when people deal with experiences in life and they don't know how to combat or overcome them experiences, they allow them things to consume them.
Yeah.
And they speak negatively towards themselves. And that fosters, you know, mental health issues.
Yeah.
Because now you develop principles that you can't see, like insecurities, suicidal thoughts,
Oh, yeah.
bipolar traits where you really just wish-washing.
Oh, yeah.
You're not
Stupid
really
fuck.
been clinically diagnosed as such,
Yeah.
but you're dealing with these things because the outside world is speaking to you.
Oh, yeah.
Then you negatively speaking to you. And then you don't know how to align yourself with what people say about you versus what you know about yourself. So now you're dealing with a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
And it causes people to be complacent when the community man come around. A rivalry guy speak of men so ambitious, try to get someone to be so ambitious. And men are done and striving to guide someone to put people into a movie or get inside of an act in a role. You know, the different outlets and opportunities for us, we tend to be complacent because we don't know what better look like when we actually have the opportunity because we don't fed ourselves so much negative junk in our mind and we don't feel like we worthy to even have more.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's just in certain aspects.
And it trickles down to the young people too. You know
Not
what I'm
for the
saying?
bait,
Yeah,
yeah.
it does. You
Yeah.
know, and that's why I said
They
I'm
do.
trying to. And it ain't even about me. It's and you was asking earlier about why did I choose pre-K? It's like I said, it's that foundation. 'Cause if you can stop something from cracking, you know, like I said, you can build even more. But you got to catch that foundation where it start cracking and kind of pave those little cracks so that it can grow.
I'm gonna show you an example of how people feed and lean more towards negativity instead of positive stuff. Any other time on a podcast, our views would be up. It'll be jumping. Now we talking about something serious that's not as entertaining
Oh, yeah.
to the others,
Like I said, yeah.
and you see how the views
Yeah.
keep declining. So
Yeah.
They coming back up.
They get
yeah, it's
sleepy.
coming back up.
They get sleepy.
Yeah.
Well, you know
So-
what? Realness is sleepy, hey.
Yeah, but but
Yeah.
that shows you how, you know, negativity over controls the way we think.
Oh yeah.
It controls everything about
That
it.
shit really sad.
It really
it
is.
is.
sad.
It is. It is.
Like, you don't want to sit on the podcast and listen to let's talk about mental health or talk about somebody in the community that does, you know,
That's actually helping and
that's
doing
actually
shit.
helping
Yeah.
and doing stuff.
Yeah.
But if we was on here talking about
The parties
your
and all
divorce,
that stuff. Yeah.
the
Pee-wee.
parties,
Yeah.
Pee-wee,
Yes,
Tyrone,
right.
Victor with the blicky and the
Right.
mop stick and
Yeah.
you know all that right there. We talking about some trash about somebody or you know.
right.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of views.
Or
on
somebody
here.
want to know something.
Yeah, somebody want to know something.
Just like
a
if
lot
I
of
would have
views
came on
it.
here and be like, I done got married or something, everybody gonna tune in to see who the fuck I'm married to.
Not
Yeah.
for the bait.
Like when
That
I went-
motherfucker be lit right now.
Oh yeah.
Man, you should have saw them views when everybody wanted to hear me say why I went through a divorce.
Uh-huh.
Man, that shit was, everybody wanted to hear that shit. Everybody jumping on to see that shit. But if I would have got on here and said I'm doing some good shit, like, anybody they want to look then, they'll be like, man, let me log off, they ain't talking about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know they want to out there feeding our negativity.
Yeah, yeah. When you was talking about suicide, I always give a example of something I went through when I was down in Columbia. I was on my way coming from Columbia to Anderson, and it's a bridge like as soon as I passed Lawrence, and I was going through a whole bunch of shit. I got my car broken into, lost my job and all that stuff. So I was thinking, let me go ahead and drive off this bridge. And the funny thing about that is, I didn't drive off the bridge because I couldn't swim. So you ain't thinking about suicide. You thinking about you can be able to swim or not. So like I said, I always tell the young people, you know, if it get too bad, like I said, just think about it. Sit there and think about it because, like we were saying earlier, you know, mental health is something real serious.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, we can start some Youth events.
Kiki want to know how can she get, how can she network with you about, she said she would like to purchase your comic books, but she also want to network with you about what she can do to help you with the youth in the community.
Just look me up on Facebook, like I said, Kevin Norris, and like I said, send me a Facebook request, and I always post a lot of stuff. I don't post any negativity. Like I said, I post a lot of stuff that I'm doing in the community. One of the things that I'm doing also is on the 26th of August, I'm having a free community concert. It's over there at the Jim Ed Wright Center, and you know how white people have their get your blankets and your lawn chairs and stuff like that. Why can't we have it here in the hood?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He said, what?
And that's what I'm trying to do. With a live DJ, and I got some food trucks that's coming, and like I said, some free stuff for the community. Come out, listen to some good music, and have a good time. Because like I said,
the crazy thing, you got real life supporters on social media, just people just being nosy. It's a difference. They don't support it.
Yeah. But it is, like I said, if the Civic Center can have all these white events and downtown can have all this stuff, why can't we have it in the hood? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You should have to. You have to go outside the hood to have a good time.
You heard about that?
Yeah. So.
You should also leave the hood sometime and go goddamn live instead of staying in the motherfucker all the time, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the thing dealing with complacency. Like, see, that hood really covers shit. Like, what's up under the hood of your trunk. I mean, the hood of your car. Or it covers your head. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to see, and we get so hood mentality and hood minded that we our mind is operating like crabs outside their natural environment. Because what we don't know is crabs in their natural environment, they don't pull each other down.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They just crawl sideways. But when you put them inside of a container and they got no way but to go up, what they gonna do to each other?
Pull each other down.
That's what the hood is, kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it from that standpoint, for me it is.
Yeah.
And we be so complacent that we don't want to see the next person make it to be the golden child, the chosen ones, or whatever you want to call it. To make, when people become millionaires, they typically change like 6 generations.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You could trickle that down through 6 generations, down to that 6 generations. Now we talk about generational wealth. Yeah. But it's coming from many aspects in the community, but we don't want to think like that because we thinking we got the lowercase I. I, and that shit right there is so detrimental.
Yeah.
Not for the baby.
So what do you feel about contentment? Because I'm going to piggyback off of what you were saying. So how do you feel about contentment? About people being content in their situations and their positions in life, their locations in life, and everything else?
Well, contentment can be the worst thing, but then also it can be either or. Consistency. I believe in consistency, and I believe in positive consistency because someone told me if you're not growing, then what you do? You're dying. Right. So I consistently grow.
Right.
And I'm always moving. I mean, like I said, if you check my Facebook page, I'm doing stuff in the community. I mean, like I said, not up for debate. Like I said, people can sit up here and make comments and all that shit. But like I said, what are you doing, man? Like I said, you check my resume, my shit staying solid. It does. 20-something years.
Not up for debate.
Nobody has ever given me anything as far as like funding and stuff like that. This shit has come out of my own pocket. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't have no sponsors or nothing?
No, I don't have no sponsors.
I'm talking about in-house shit.
Yeah. And I have, and my sister said something about this when this man named that was real famous. He had got killed in L.A. He was a rapper. He had got killed. Nipsey. Yeah, everybody was like Nipsey. Yeah. And my sister was like, we got a Nipsey here, and you don't even support him. She was talking about me, and I was like, you're damn right. Y'all sit up here and y'all support people that's way out there.
Because you're not famous.
Yes, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if I was, then what?
See, I spoke on that. See, in order for us to get famous, they got to damn support us, but they ain't gonna support us to get famous.
They're not.
But then when you get famous, they want you to support them.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
That's the biggest one.
I forgot how y'all motherfuckers acted when I was down there where y'all at now.
Yeah, but that goes back to contentment. Right. It goes back to contentment. Because people are content with how they are and where they are in life. Because if they really wanted to advance, like for instance, with the roll call yesterday, if they really wanted to advance in their life, they would have showed up to casting calls and they would have tried to at least audition for some type of role. It didn't even matter. If it was a role that you felt like you wasn't comfortable with, we could have wrote a role for you. See, that was the whole thing about this whole project. We are writing roles as we go for people that's actually, like with the audition yesterday. We didn't have no roles for those people that came, but we made one for them.
Yeah.
We made one for them.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are just content.
The thing
with
is,
what
it's
they're
Anderson
doing.
and it's us, and they don't
Yeah.
believe in us.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, man, I ain't finna go to get on that lame ass move and get on that whack ass podcast or
Yeah.
something like that.
You're right.
Then when we blow up, then they're like, yeah, man, I remember this and now,
Yeah.
See, motherfuckers ain't gonna start fucking with you until you goddamn blow up. You gotta make an example for shit.
Oh yeah.
That's why
You
Mike
can't-
Jones was right when he said that shit. Back then, they didn't want it.
Yeah, but so when we blow up, I don't want to hear shit about. Yeah, I used to go to school.
Oh, yeah, that's what they do. Yep,
We used
yep.
to this. We used to that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear.
Yep.
I almost did. Almost doesn't fucking count.
You
I
don't
don't want
count,
to
do
hear
it.
none of that.
See, that's the thing when motherfuckers in your hometown, man. If it's you doing something, they ain't gonna support you, but
It's the
they'll
worst.
go to another motherfucking goddamn country to support somebody else they don't even know.
It's the worst. Before I want to talk about what Apple said. Apple, I'm reading Dr. York now, and that right there has really opened up a lot of my eyes as far as Sabians sticking together and all that. So yeah, Dr. York, they really did them wrong. They threw that.
Malachi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I try to not. When people see you doing right, they gonna throw that wrench in there and be like, oh, you know, Kevin, he messed around with children. And I bet you a bunch of people, oh yeah, I know that nigga.
They'll jump
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
on
yeah, I
it.
knew that nigga.
They'll
Yeah, that
jump
nigga.
straight on
Yeah,
it.
he did that. Yeah, he messed with them kids. But like I said, it is one little pinch of something, then everybody will jump on it. Like we say, negativity. It sells quicker than positivity. It really does.
But they say goddamn Kevin take care of the kid. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
okay then.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna even go no further than that.
It ain't.
Nah, you're gonna be lame. You're gonna be a cornball. You're gonna be all kind of stuff.
Yep.
See, if you smart, you lame as fuck.
Yeah.
If you smart, you lame as fuck.
Mhm.
If you doing something positive, you lame as fuck. You a lame ass nigga. You a old ass nigga.
Oh yeah. You're right.
That's just like with Chadwick Boseman or whatever. Nobody, I mean, like people knew him,
Mm-hmm.
but when he died, oh boy.
That's my cousin.
But that's my
everything.
cousin.
Yep.
I'm this. I'm that. Like people that probably ain't even really go pay attention to the history of Black Panther was Black Panther this, Black Panther that.
Yep.
Like it's just so much bullshit.
He got way more movies than that. They ain't even
Yeah,
support
they
that.
ain't even support him.
You're right.
They ain't even support him. Like what's that movie he was in when he was an attorney?
He played James Brown a lot of shit.
Yeah.
James Brown, yeah.
But like with that attorney
Jackie
movie,
Robinson?
that movie,
Yeah,
yeah, but
Jackie
see with that
Robinson,
attorney
yeah.
movie though, a lot of people didn't even really pay that movie no attention,
I forgot.
like at all. They didn't
Yeah.
pay that movie no attention.
They don't
at
even
all.
come out. So,
Yeah,
Thurgood Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah, that's
they don't even come out and support their artists around here. They got
I gotta
comedians.
go
They
find
want-
that.
Well, Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
a
that
good
was
ass
good.
movie,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah,
I gotta go find that.
I guarantee you,
I'm
Mo,
talking
like
about,
when
I gotta go find that.
we got comedians, we call some comedians from around here to come and do a show. They ain't gonna come. But as soon as Country Wayne come, everybody got to spend their money, be up and grim. Taking pictures with them and all, talking about I enjoyed the night with Country Wayne. What about the people around here?
Yep.
You can't get famous if you don't support them.
Yep, you're right.
So you gotta leave motherfuckers where they at.
Yep. And y'all was talking
Time for the
about
bait.
y'all was talking about the support here in the hometown. That's why I do a lot of stuff in Livonia. And you know, I did this past summer I did an educational program to kind of help students transition from 4K to kindergarten. And I probably had like one black student, 13 white student parents. You know what I'm saying? And then I got a reading program that I'm gonna be starting in Livonia, but I'm gonna do it in Anderson. But it's sad when your own people don't support you, but the white people see the potential and they want to follow behind you because they want to see their children succeed or they want to see you succeed. But then your own people, like you said earlier about the crabs in the bucket, you know what I'm saying? They want to pull you down. They want to feed on negativity. They want to find bullshit.
That's
to say.
because we fucked up in the head. We'll go date a man or a woman with potential, but we won't help somebody that's actually got potential to do greatness in other areas.
Yeah.
But we'll go and mold that man or that woman that have potential in a relationship, only to find out that it ain't what it is.
Yeah.
But then you got people who actually trying to do something better with their life, trying to accomplish something and trying to pull everybody with them.
Yeah.
But we won't support that potential, but we'll go support toxic ass relationship potential.
Oh yeah.
That shit trash. Ain't
Yeah.
It's fucked up, boy. Real fucked up.
That shit was accurate.
But no, we do that. Like
Yeah.
we seriously do that.
We do.
We'll
Yeah.
go.
On the
That is
topic,
somebody-
hold on this topic, I should have put on a caption. I'm finna pop out this nigga house and I'm finna goddamn get on this motherfucking ass. Everybody, you should've- man, it would have been 200 views as soon as I could say this shit.
So everybody would have been on the live.
200 views, screen recording and everything.
He got put gang slide on there. Come on.
We the one that's spinning.
Shout out to Tula
They
Gang.
put the tornado up there when you say spit.
Shout out to Tula Gang. That shit
All I was
fucked up.
reading is coming right here.
That shit be fucked up though, man.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, I search outside. I try not to forget about Anderson, but sometimes, like you said, you gotta step outside your hometown, you know. And another thing, the 27th through the 31st, I got a movie that's coming out. It's gonna be in Easley, South Carolina, at the movie theater, and you can purchase tickets there. And it's pretty much based about my life growing up in single parent mom and all that stuff. And I pitched it to Anderson, the Anderson movie theater, Amstar. And what they did, they gave me the email address and the lady's number and all that stuff. And so I contacted her, and you know, I didn't hear anything back. And so I used to go to Easley to like shop and just do like other stuff, just get away from Anderson. So I went to the movie theater in Easley, and I talked to this white lady, and I said, "Ma'am, let me ask you a question." I said, "I have a movie that I have." I said, "The movie's we just finished it, but we did it like in 2017, but it got edited and all that stuff." So I said, "Well, I'm looking to get it in the movie theater." I said, "How do I go about doing it?" She said, "Well, here's the man's number and his email address. I lie to y'all not. I emailed this white man the same thing that I sent Anderson." He said, "Hey, what you want to do?" He said, "Only thing I'm going to tell you is 40%. I wasn't even looking for that. I was just looking for him to say, "Hey, if you pay me $500, $600, we'll go ahead and let you have the movie theater." But he said, I get 60%, you get 40%. And now I got to meet him this week and get them the actual poster or whatever. But it is, like I said, it's sad when you try to do stuff here in Anderson, but then it doesn't get the support. But then you go to small places like Easley and Livonia and all that stuff, and then they welcome you with open arms and like, "Yo, well, how can we support you?" You know?
That's how it be, motherfuckers from other places. They don't know you, so they gonna want to get to know who you is.
A prophet ain't honored in his own home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you let us know when you're gonna do the opening night for that movie, I would love to come.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got our support 100%. That's why you up here now, because we support you.
Yeah. I know. Let me tell you about how I met this man. We met. It was when the little girl got killed that day. You remember when we had met at P Rose spot? I think Frank had bought you. Yeah. And the young lady had got killed in the drive-by. It's been a couple of years ago. And Rob was there, and the way that you didn't even know me, but you accepted me, man. That's something I never forget, man. He was like, I think you said, "I just got out," and you went in, gave your speech about, getting out and doing stuff in the community, and you came up to me and you was like, "Yo, I like what you're saying, I like what you're doing." You don't have brothers like that. Like, "Nah, fuck that nigga. We ain't gonna do nothing with him."
You talking about that dude right there?
Yeah. He did, and he just kept in contact. I mean, that's a true brother, and like I said, he's a man who stands on his word.
He's gonna be a city councilman one day, y'all.
He is.
Not up for debate.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a city councilman one day. As much
Or
as he want to go to the
street
meetings.
therapist.
That too.
Yeah. I'm comfortable in that, but I like that city council too, though.
I know.
Might get doing a
That
little
boy
bit both.
always want to go to the city council meeting.
Hey, we
now.
got to, because you never know,
'cause
man. They sneak that stuff on. That's how they close South Bend down.
Man,
South
Mac
Bend.
Duffy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta know, cause when you know, man, listen, man, boy, look here. It's some. The roads don't look the way they do, but they get the funds to be able to fix the infrastructure or something like the roads or the red lights.
Yeah.
Our tax dollars go to what? A whole bunch of shit that's in the society that we live in.
Yeah.
And we don't even pay attention to this shit.
And none of it comes to
Only
the
thing we
hood.
worried about,
Yeah.
thank you,
None
of
all
it comes
these
to the
knocked
hood.
down buildings.
Yep.
You
none of it
dig
comes
what
to
I'm
the
saying?
hood.
All these acres of land that's just being covered up, ain't nobody got it, it's vacant, and then when somebody builds something there, we so open to support it. Why the hell we can't come together and build something right there?
Yep.
Cause we ain't smart
We ain't
enough.
gonna do that.
We don't stand together. We don't stand strong together. We don't support each other.
No.
And we too busy taking from each other instead of helping each other.
Yep.
Yeah, we ain't finna do all that.
We're gonna take
Oh,
our money.
no.
We're gonna take our money and go buy hair, go buy weed,
Yeah.
go buy alcohol,
Yeah.
go buy
Jay.
Jordans.
Yeah, Jay.
And all that stuff. Then you got the Chinese people over here taking all their money,
That's
putting
why
it
they got that
together,
movie. They call
buying
them Tyrone.
stores,
Did you know we
buying
been together?
Buying the block back.
they buying up hair stores.
Buying the whole block.
Yeah.
Buying up
We
nail
gentrification.
shops. Right, exactly.
Regentrification.
Look, they buying up the nail shops, and then every now and then you might see a little black nail tech up in there.
Right.
So how like you know how that would make us feel, like how that made me feel,
Yeah.
like
But they ain't gonna go buy no bundles from no black girl.
Like when they don't be on cold bill hot liquor and
They're
she
not gonna do
saying
that.
she can slay your nails, she can slay your lace front, she can do your feet.
They ain't finna go see. They ain't
They ain't gonna go support her though.
Yeah, because we got a lot of dope ass nail techs and
Makeup artists.
And all that stuff.
They finna do
If we
that.
put our money together, buy a beauty shop, and have all of that in one location and selling bundles.
Like what's the
Man.
like?
I want to add on to that for 1 second. Right up here, well, is that what Dazzlers that used to be up here?
Yeah, right up.
I'm to my bro, it's a whole row.
Right.
When I'm coming home from work, man, I look at it, man, I'll be like, man, look at all this space. And ain't nobody
They be
put
over
their
there
money.
parking cars over there.
They just park cars
They park
over there.
cars over there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it ain't nothing but space up there. That can all
What's
be.
that car dealership right there? They bought the parking lot
Nissan,
just to
Grand-
park
just
cars
Nissan
right
up
there.
Yup,
Exactly.
they
Park
sure
cars
did.
right
They sure
there.
did. Yup,
Like
yup.
we let too much space go to waste, and
We
we
ain't
take
gonna do
out.
that with it anyway though. Cause anybody gonna come to support, it's gonna go out of business.
Right? They got a car there.
They think going 2 hours away to Atlanta or North Carolina or something like that. Boom, that's
That's going out of town.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's about to go on a
Like
vacation.
what's the boy name on Breakfast Club? What it was? Cloud Anderson, I think. Say all the black people had the movie theaters. The
Oh,
reason
yeah.
why it went out of business because they wouldn't go.
They wouldn't go.
Because the black person owned it, so they weren't going to it.
Like about what we were saying about the bus station thing. I mean about the bus. How his family had a black owned bus, had a bus route, and that Rosa Parks still wanted to go over there to the white people.
And had to sit at the back.
Had to sit at the back. Well, you
Nah.
could have had it
A
any
good
way you
seat,
wanted to on this bus.
right.
And the crazy thing about it, who gives a fuck when you sit on the bus anyway? If you really
Right.
think about it.
Yeah.
Right. Hey.
Just set your ass down.
Yep.
Just sit down.
Yep.
Right.
But it's so crazy for us, and then like the people like us, for people that's sitting up here, and you know, in a cool vibe manner way, but in a positive vibe way, and insightful. Also at the same time, you know, poking fun. We try to be the voices, and we get looked at and get talked about.
Oh yeah.
They don't
You
talk
get
shit.
beat down, you get stoned, you get scrutinized and everything because you try.
I know.
Right there.
I know.
Scrutinized.
You feel what I'm saying?
No, don't worry about it. No, look, don't worry about what people say about you. They're gonna try to hold on, belittle you, scrutinize
No, I'm on the page. But you feel me?
Yeah.
And the whole time, people like us, we do it out of the kindness and the genuineness of our heart.
Yep. You're right. Just
Like,
make a positive
you got
difference.
these are rare jewels.
Yep.
You did.
I ain't supporting them niggas. That's the first thing you hear.
Oh, yeah.
That shit lame as fuck.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to sleep. They getting preachy.
They
Yeah.
capping. They capping. I know how they was in school.
Yeah.
When that was in school, people changed.
They don't understand that.
Say.
No, they be like, I know the real you. No, you don't.
We ain't been friends.
Look, I don't even know the real me. Look, I don't even know the real me. Shit.
Fuck you know, yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Sometimes I be surprised at the other shit I be doing. Like, damn, I did that.
Corey say them dance routines.
Oh man, Corey, like I said, man, your dad was the only dad that we had. Corey was talking about the dance routines. Y'all remember? I don't know if y'all remember Sunday night skating over here at the old skating rink. They done tore that down. Man, before I go into the routine, Corey was talking about. I wanted to get that spot, but they was talking about it was gonna cost too much and all that stuff. Now I think they were turning it into a church, but I don't know what it is now. But what Corey was talking about, man, Saturday night, what we would do, we'd be on his mom and dad porch. We'll put the box outside and practice routines. Come Sunday, we don't even do this shit. We don't practice for about an hour. We don't even do this shit.
Somebody used to turn the skates in and they open up the damn
Yeah.
Let's say we don't even do that
We
shit.
so did, man. We would practice for like an hour. And I mean, flipping and catching each other.
Who
slapping each
can
other.
dance the best?
Me. Not up for debate.
They said, ask him about the red velvet cap. You guys need to sit up there and do y'all show.
Oh yeah, man, thank you for talking about that. Yeah, the Red Velvet Cafe, it started back in like 2015. The numbers are kind of crazy, but anyways, I started it to have a platform for people who do poetry, like local artists, local poets, and stuff like that. And I have a DJ. His name is DJ Tug, and what we do, we just
Shout out to Tuck.
Yeah, shout out to Tug, man, for real, salute. But I've been doing it, like I said, for a while, but it's free. It's free for the poets and the performers. People were going to Greenville saying, I want to go to Coffee. I've heard of Coffee Underground.
Mm-hmm.
People were going to Coffee Underground and
Greenville?
Yeah, Greenville.
downtown.
So I heard about that. So I was like, well, why not have something to where people in Anderson don't have to go to Greenville to have a good time? So I started the Red Velvet Cafe, and like I said, we've been going for at least about 15, 16 years.
And where is it located?
It's everywhere. It's mobile. It's just
Oh,
we don't have an
okay.
actual spot. It's just we've been doing it at the Carolina Brewing House. It's like a white spot. But like you're going towards the wreck, it's like the little, I guess it's called the viaduct or whatever. It's like a winery on the right side, but we've been doing it there. And like I said, when we was talking about earlier, and Tuck always says this too. If chicks ain't shaking their ass and stuff like that, they ain't coming to it because we played 80s, 90s, early 2000s hip hop, R&B. You know what I'm saying? A good vibe. You know, nothing crazy. But
When the next time you doing it? Like here?
it probably like in September.
Let me know.
Shit, we'll
Yeah, I
goddamn
would
pull
love
up.
to come to that.
I mean, we'll pop out.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's just there's something to give the people in Anderson something to do.
Oh, fuck. You mad because you ain't got them down, you know.
My
South
shit
Dad
hurt.
shit.
I got my head hurting too.
Just better drink some water.
Head hurting. But no, for real, let me know because I would love. I like poetry. He's a poet.
I know he's been,
Go ahead,
he's
spit something.
been poem now. Yeah.
That microphone tilt back.
I know.
You gotta spit something for the ladies.
I know. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, I can do something for the lady.
Hey, gonna be doing something on the movie too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now that roses are red, violets
I
are
know.
blue.
No, they
I
gonna be
know.
that.
I just want you to know I'm kind
It's gonna be that
sweet
shit. It's
on
gonna be
it.
like, what the hell is bro talking about? If you can't think, you ain't gonna get it.
Yep.
Not for the baby.
And that's the thing about poetry when you was talking about. A lot of people don't like poetry. You know, I didn't even like poetry because I didn't even like it in school. You know, I'm thinking, what you said, roses are red and all that stuff. But it's some deep people.
Yeah.
And I saw.
It's the same in the rap though. You
Yeah,
just,
it is. It's just without music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw Divino Divine. He's one of the guys that and
Shout out to
yeah,
Divino.
shout out to him, man. He came, and I don't listen like to the new. I'm straight old school hip hop. He came and I was like, yo, that's my nephew now. You know, he that's my nephew, and that's what I call him now. But a lot of guys, Drill and Drake, they did some stuff too. So like I said, it's just something for our people to come and do it without having to pay $20, $30 just to perform. Because like I said, at Coffee Underground, whether you do poetry or not, you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? But I tell the people that perform for the cafe, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a show. So
Right.
you come, do your thing, and it is what it is.
That's
for
what's
the
up.
baby. If you can get motherfuckers to come out and support them though. For
Yeah,
real.
like I said, ain't no titty shaking or nothing like that. Like I said, it's just a good vibe. And like I said, it's crazy how we try to do it for our people, but then we look at the audience as white people enjoying themselves. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that white money ain't bad either.
That's good money.
That's bad, yeah, it do.
That's good money.
Mine ain't got no color on
No, it sure don't.
One thing about them though, when they come in, you can tell them 20. Here you go.
Yep.
Motherfucker come in behind it, 20. Nah, nigga, I ain't finna pay you no 20, man.
Yeah.
Fuck the club. That's
Yeah.
Let me peek in.
Yep.
You all in.
Oh no, let me tell you the stupid shit I heard since you've been having a club. When somebody came to the door, they said, how much is? I said 10. Man, I ain't going to pay no 10. I'm finna go to On the Rocks. Ain't On the Rocks 10 too? Ain't it 10 too? Stupid.
That's sad.
Yeah, like what?
You can't go to Burger King and the Whopper, what, $5? You like, shit, let me get it for $3.
Yep.
You just gonna pay for it, you ain't gonna say shit.
Oh,
You gonna be scrapping up that goddamn $5.
They do. But we do.
Trying to negotiate people's prices.
Right.
I bet motherfucker go down to Zimby all the time and try and goddamn negotiate prices because it's a black owner
Yeah.
of a
Hey,
restaurant.
when you said that, not to cut you, you remember when Chris Rock did that on Would You Sucker? When he was
Huh, for one real. Then he pull out the goddamn money.
yeah, but I'm not.
That shit be reality on how shit is.
Oh yeah,
though.
it is.
For real,
It
for
is.
real.
It is. It is.
Like how Clone Tyrone, that's reality of
Oh
us.
yeah.
That's how this us.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't about no real live clones, it's about our ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Doing all that shit. Yeah.
Right.
It
It
is.
really is.
It
And
is.
we don't understand, like you were speaking earlier about social media.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of the major controllers
Mhm.
in this day and time. You know what I mean? Like, cause they telling you taking a bite out of the apple.
Yep.
And what the whole world have did, took a bite out of the apple. And I know I sound like that weird shit, but they in love with iPhones.
Oh yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And these shits are actually like they run us. Like if you take these away from people, people like will like lose their fucking mind, yo.
Take it from a teenager, boy, they're trying to fight you.
Yeah, you would be surprised at how many adults can't even do without their phone. Like, you know, it even fucks with their memory retention.
Oh yeah.
To the point, like we talking about mental health, to the point we don't even memorize numbers.
It's your computer
You
chip.
get what I'm saying?
Yep.
People say, oh, I've been living in Anderson. They ain't from here, but they live here. They've been living here for the last 4.5, 5 years. They still don't know their way around without the GPS of going just the same way.
Some people
You
don't
see how dumbed down the brain don't really be? That's really mental health issue.
Back in the day, you just read the signs and go where you're going.
Yep.
Right, and you remember landmarks.
You know what? I bet you people can't even read that map.
They can't know.
No.
They used to teach us that in school how to read that map. People can't read that damn map no more.
Man,
better-
and then
you
use
know
the
you
house phone
stop
now.
by
Tell me.
Yep.
Right. Then you get your little marker out. So we right here, and you got to draw this line to go right there.
Nowadays, man, for real.
Right.
They don't know how to use the house phone. They probably didn't see the caller's phone.
Nah. And what technology has done,
And it's
it
smart.
is
smart.
a useful instrument. You know what I'm saying? It is a useful instrument, but it's also an instrument that's being used to actually dumb people down and cause people to rely on quick responses and quick messages.
If you don't love my shit, I ain't fuck with him. He didn't like it. He gave me a number.
Real phones and social media and computer chip. That's the new version of religion because it's going on.
Right.
And everybody.
It's making people sensitive as fuck.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
people are sensitive. Like the guidelines of social media make people respond to the guidelines and become sensitive in everyday life because they social media.
You have no freedom of speech either.
But you know what? Before I stopped going to church when I was a Christian, and
I love this. Come on, let's talk about this.
Before I stopped
You was
going.
finna drop.
Yeah, but no.
Hey, I love
No,
this.
listen, I'm not saying that about nobody, you know, what they belief is. But what I'm saying is before I stopped going to church, the pastor would look at his phone and read the Bible scriptures from his phone and tell us where to look at it on the phone because they wasn't using Bibles anymore.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Shout out to Jay Wade.
Yeah. With the new technology church, I thought that was at Redemption, matter of fact.
Yeah, for real?
Who your pastor?
Who?
Who your pastor?
Me.
I'm just saying.
She say me.
That's a mind control thing that, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
We ain't
We ain't gonna
That's
talk
why
about
I was
that.
just saying.
But no, that's all I was just saying.
That
How,
was very
how
much-
technology was taking over. How, you know, they wasn't using Bibles. They was telling,
They
you
do
know,
not like
that
us
was
on that
preaching for his
subject.
phone. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but I won't say
But
that.
we're
Yeah,
going
we're
to
not
change that
religious,
subject.
though.
Yeah, we're going to change that subject.
Yeah.
But no, we
But
were
this
talking
is
about
religion on the
technology.
phone.
Yeah, technology,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And this is, like I said, it is a useful instrument. You dig for, you know, doing
That's why you
things.
get information. All you gotta do is ask Google your information.
If you don't have a sense of self-security.
Hold on. It's not, no, ain't nobody debating no type about religion. It was not up for debate.
It's not up for
Only
debate.
thing I was saying was when I went to church, the pastor was using his phone to read the Bible, and it wasn't back. We wasn't back in, you know, back in the day when I was going to church with my grandma,
That ain't no
and we
debate. Why
actually
you
read
debating?
the
You
Bible.
debating.
No, I'm not debating. I'm just saying.
Kevin
So-
said he wanted to debate.
No, we're not gonna debate it. We're not gonna debate it. I was just telling him what it was. It's not up for debate. We're not going into this conversation about religion or none of this stuff. We were talking about technology, and that was an example of how technology. But we good. Move on.
Yeah.
We don't get on that topic no
Yeah,
more,
move
man.
on.
I want this shit.
Yeah, I do. I like it too, but it's okay.
That's why I just wanted to show it. It's not up for debate.
It's not
But that's why we can create our own town hall meetings amongst ourselves in real people life and not just on social
We'll
media.
talk about when we get off here.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about to the
yeah.
people that want to actually have these debates or have these discussions. Well, debates, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can actually have these group meetings amongst ourselves in real people life on real people time. And we can have this. We can actually bring our laptops so we can do our research and, and state our sources and our sites. You did, or bring our books and our artifacts. So, you know, our research, we can actually do this if you really want to get into, a real debating type scene. But debating, what I was taught, it actually increases intelligence.
Oh, it does. It does.
Right.
It
Yeah.
does.
Not for some people, they're too simple-minded. They ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, they look at it negatively.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh man,
You're a devil
Brian
worshiper.
Kevin got into it. They were debating.
Oh, you're a devil
They ain't friends no
yeah,
more.
you're a devil worshiper, like I said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's the programming also. Just because I don't agree with you say. I mean, it's okay to not agree.
Disagree.
Yeah, disagree. Disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, disagree. Yeah.
Me, we
It's
do that all the
simple.
time. Yeah, we agree, disagree all the
And
time.
then we'll talk junk while we debating with each other, and then we'll just both be like, all three of us will be like, man, it ain't up for
Yeah.
debate.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's a good
And
thing
then
about
wherever
it.
it was
But
right
y'all
there when they
still
was,
friends too. You know what I'm saying? So that's
because it ain't for and when it's over, it's just over.
Yeah.
Don't say that. That's what we say.
Yeah, don't say that.
Talk about it no more. Don't say that.
Don't speak on that.
Yeah, that's just the way it go. But people, that's what about being social media and technology, making people sensitive and making your attention span very, very short to these.
And
clips.
we'll schedule you soon, but we ain't debating. You could just, if you want to be scheduled, you could come and talk about how you saved and church and stuff, and let people listen to you. But we ain't gonna debate with you. We're gonna let you speak about your Christianity or whatever. That's how it's cool. You come up here, we'll get your book.
Yeah, not up for debate.
But we ain't gonna debate with you. We'll just let you say your opinion on whatever your fact of it, and then you can talk to the people about it.
Yeah, because we could do that in real life. We ain't gotta do that in social media because we
Cause
have
it-
community guidelines.
Cause the thing is, we ain't gonna change your mind on that. You ain't gonna change our mind on that.
So
you
what
might
is the
can
point?
reach some people, and some people might say fuck it. You know they don't want to hear what you gotta say.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you can come up here and talk though. We got you.
Mhm.
Now, Ashley, hold on. No, we not gonna do. He can come talk, but we're not gonna get on the subject about religion for the
Right.
fact being because it could be some non-religious.
Yeah, it could be people like us
So-
that's on here following and
Yeah,
don't want to hear it.
so we that's why we don't do topics about religion because we just not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to come up here, you want to have a conversation about whatever, come and have a conversation. But if it's gonna be about religion,
If you're
no.
using your religion to drop some knowledge on people, okay, cool.
That's cool too.
Yeah, but other
Ain't
than
nothing wrong
that,
with you carrying whatever
yeah,
your religion
but
or
no,
your
other
culture.
than that,
is.
Shout out to you and your religion. We don't knock nobody's stuff.
Right.
Not up for debate. I'm a rapper. I just speak.
That's cool.
Yeah, matter of
That's
fact,
cool.
come up here and
Yeah.
talk about your rap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you
right.
can talk about your
Oh,
rap.
he's dope.
Come on, let's talk about
He's
your
dope.
rap.
He's dope. He's one of the people who we have performing also. So he's a dope.
Okay,
If we're down, show promote it. Come on over.
Mhm.
Not up for debate.
Not up for debate.
Right.
Yeah.
oh, so he be performing for
Yeah,
your shows?
yeah,
Okay.
he's dope. Real
That's
dope. I
what's
mean,
How everybody doing on this cold beer hot liquor day?
You're finna say Sunday too. It's Sunday.
Too damn high.
Nah, you can't get me for almost now. What's wrong with y'all?
Almost count.
No, it don't.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you drifting off into it.
Right.
Yeah.
How y'all doing this Sunday?
How them bills looking? How them plates looking?
right.
My plate was slapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finna sit down.
How the place looking? I love that good house food, man.
So what you got? What upcoming stuff you got coming up?
like I said, on the 26th of August, I got the community concert at the Jim Rice Center in that field, and then the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and the 31st, I got my movie at the Easley movie theater.
What's the movie called?
The Message.
The Message.
And the theater tickets are $5.25, and it's like an hour or something. But like I said, the guy, he asked me that I want to charge like $10, $11. I'm like, nah, make it as cheap as possible, you know, so more people could come.
And
What you said it's gonna be at again?
It's the only
The
easy
only
movie.
one
Yeah, it's
yeah,
the only movie theater in Easley.
They ain't
So
got
what-
no more.
Yeah.
So what's behind it? The message. What you trying to reach the people with?
Just like I said, coming from a single parent home,
You gonna tell the movie.
No, I just want him to say.
Give a synopsis.
Yeah, that's how you do. That's why you can make trailers on the movie.
I love it. But just the struggles of a
Hold on, Shay said speak up.
just the struggles of a young guy with a single parent, coming from a single parent home, just being the only man, and how he has to carry the load of being the man, and then his mom has like a drinking problem, so he's having to deal with that, and along with trying to maintain school as well.
Dope.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be
Sound like my life.
It's gonna
Dope.
be interesting. And you wrote a book on that too, ain't it? Similar to it.
Yeah, similar to yeah.
That's dope though.
Yeah, I wanna come see that, support that. You should make that a main, red carpet event.
Yeah, somebody just said something about that. But
Yeah, why not though? Like,
Yeah, let
where's
people
the
come
we
meet you,
need
take some pictures with you. And
we
everything
need
else.
for you to share that so we can
Okay.
share it.
Okay,
Like
okay.
so we can get
So
it.
you
in
got our
rotation.
support out of the way. Because
Okay.
once you
Okay.
finish it, we gotta have you back so you can talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And
You gotta take a
the
shot of hot
experience.
liquor too when you come back.
Don't do that.
You can't
I have to debate.
For real, for real.
No. You never did tell the story why you stopped drinking.
Oh, all right. This is what happened. During my college years, I'm gonna take y'all away. But how old are you? I don't mean to ask you, but you in your 30s?
38.
Okay.
38.
Okay. Because of 30s.
He 41.
Oh, 41. Okay.
Shit.
Oh,
remember,
thank you, cuz.
Y'all remember St. Ives and all that?
Let me tell them my fucking age on here. Yeah, I used to love the damn St.
Yeah, like I said,
I like the blue one.
Yeah, I had all these St. Ives, man, and I was just in the dorm. I was just throwing up like it was at my house, man. I was just like, dude probably done pissed all on the toilet. I was just early. And I said, after this, I ain't doing this again, and I just quit. You know, I had a chick that I was dating who tried to give me a drink. I was like, nah.
So you couldn't do it.
Nah, like I done lived this life. I ain't trying to do it again.
I say that every time I throw up. I say I ain't doing this shit.
Shoot, bro, said it changed his life.
Me and my rules said that shit, what? About, what?
There you go with the bullshit.
Nah, man, I don't even get on it. After that damn lingerie party.
Boy, y'all was told the hell up.
What about you, though? Eating people food, though? Applebee's.
What is talking
You
about?
got a little roasters though, bro. A little bit.
Hell
We
nah,
was
she
fucked up that night,
we
bro.
was, bro. We was lit.
Yeah,
Like I was embarrassed after when I heard your story.
I
You know
wanna
you
talk
on
about
fire
this.
with
Oh
me.
yeah.
You gotta hear. You gotta be like. They said I was like this. That's how you know you.
That's how I was.
Oh.
They would tell me I was doing this. I was like, nah, for real.
I mean, it's always with us, though.
But there's something ain't man nowhere did this. Why you ain't stopping? Because y'all wouldn't listen. And I'm like, damn, we should tell him the same thing.
That's
Just
why-
I don't never listen.
That's why I said, man, why y'all be letting me do stuff, man, when I
Because
drunk?
y'all don't never listen.
I need to smack
And
across the
freaking
face. or
Fred
something.
be blind leading the blind.
Who was the freaking friend?
Y'all too.
I said, man, I don't
Let
remember
me
doing that
see
shit.
how old y'all is. Y'all remember Miss Tookie
Yeah.
from Jimmy Rice?
Yeah.
Man,
So
me and
y'all that
Robert,
old.
Oh yeah.
that St. Now used to be good, though.
Oh, he did, man.
They had a rap commercial with the
Sure
shit with
did,
Pop
yeah.
them on and Method Man them.
Yeah, Wu-Tang had. Yeah, you said Method Man. Yup. So yeah, you know about St. Ives.
Had the little thing like the lightning bolt.
Yup.
Them was goddamn like a Four Loko. You think about it, though. Them Four Loko drinks. It's
Okay,
basically
yeah.
like that.
That's what that is.
A
like-
little more powerful.
Yeah.
Four Loko crack, I think. Liquid crack.
I think so too. I ain't never had one though.
Man, I drunk 2 oranges one day, but I thought I was finna be dead. Boy, I drunk 2 of them motherfuckers.
What
Boy.
you talking about?
Four Loko. Man, I showed my ass. I went to jail and everything. I jumped that motherfucker.
I'm scared. I heard so much about him. I ain't never drunk
I ain't never
one.
had one. I ain't never had one.
I'm telling you, boy, closest I do to a
I got
boy is
alcohol
this.
poison one
And
time though.
sometimes,
See, that's what I was saying. I was scared of that. I ain't wanna.
I was in Atlanta.
The crazy
I got
thing about
alcohol
it,
poison.
anytime your stomach fucked up after drinking, you throw up, it's automatically alcohol poison anyway, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes it get in your bloodstream and kill your ass, and sometimes it don't.
Yeah, but that thing put me on a heart monitor.
Oh man.
Just because it flooded your heart, you drinking too much and it making your shit race. I did that shit one day. Me and Big Baby and them was up there at the damn Mexican restaurant, man. I drunk so much I thought I was gonna have a heart attack on the way to the house. Had to pull over for a minute. Then my dumb ass took another shot on the way to the house.
Fuck.
I was drunk. Didn't realize it.
You on beast mode.
You
Well,
ain't.
I was stupid mode. Baby.
You know that one time me and you got real drunk at a Mexican restaurant and I was throwing up all in the car. We couldn't even go to work the next morning. We done had a bunch of fucked up moments.
Man, we sit there and talk that nasty ass Patron tequila. That's why I can't drink that shit.
Boy, I'm talking, I was throwing up green shit. I don't know what it
Oh.
is.
One day I had let her smoke some of this goddamn sour D's I had. That motherfucker ass couldn't get out the car.
I was stuck in the seat.
She was crying and shit.
I bet she was. She don't, you ain't smoke like that, did you?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can't handle it.
Then she
Yeah,
fucking
that thing-
crying and shit.
I was crying. I was stuck in the seatbelt. I couldn't get out the seatbelt.
You see, like when the show started out, I was in slow motion.
Yeah, you know.
I was that embarrassed because your ass went back and did the same thing.
I wasn't acting like that. I just got high as fuck.
Hey, I was in slow motion.
Yeah, you
when
were.
the
You
show
like
started.
that's rising up.
That shit I had, that shit was pressure. I had smoked something like, boy, that shit got me
that
fucked
boy,
up.
I thought I was when
Had
I went
your
in the
ass
house.
stuck in it.
Look, when I finally did make it out the car and got in the
She pulled
house.
on the side of the
What
road
you
and told me
doing?
she can't make it.
What? But listen, I went in the house and it was a corner right there, and I was like this in the corner. I was crying. I was like,
You don't got a zoo to
Man, we gave her a damn edible down there in Miami.
Uh-huh.
That motherfucker ran and jumped in the pool with her pajamas on.
Cause I thought when you high, if you get in water, it brings it down. I swear I seen that on a movie or some shit.
Oh.
But I thought that when
This had
you
like a
high,
damn
Took you literal too.
and I took a little. I turned in a boo with my phone. And then that's what. But look, that's what I was doing. I was rapping. I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
She was scared as hell. She was paranoid.
I was rapping.
I told her don't eat it though. She ain't like.
Trying to cool off.
What was it? She
Come
ate
off the
two-
high, butt wraps and Tupac at the same time.
What was it? Nerd rope.
Yeah, from there.
I had them nerd rope edibles. She gonna eat them damn nerd rope edibles.
Man,
Ooh, boy, I gotta show you that video.
that shit be so fun. No, that shit funny as fuck.
I got a video with in Jamaica though, high as fuck, boy. Everybody was fucked up. I told you I was out of here that day. My pupils were damn dilated. I was dead that day.
Word. I remember you telling
Yeah,
me
I
a
was
story
dead
about
for real.
that.
There were 2 times I was dead. I had to come back for a minute.
Yeah, I ain't never smoked.
Say it one time.
No, one time though. I ain't know them people over there. So let me get back over here right quick.
That was some shit they put in Black Panther too. People didn't know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Boy, it's a whole lot of bunch of shit.
Oh, yeah, but they don't pay attention to that.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
So you were drunk though at your college? You mixed out the liquor
Yeah,
together. Fucked
sure
up.
did. And then the next day, Cool J was supposed to have been at South Carolina State homecoming. So LL Cool J was there, and I was like, shit, I'm paid for the ticket. I can't even go down. I got so messed up.
Damn.
You
Well, that's a
No.
one time.
And then I was saying that time, you know, dude been super dope in. Yeah.
Man.
I need love.
Dude been smooth, man.
Yeah, we definitely gonna come out and support you. We gotta have you back on the show after you do your movie and everything. We gotta have you back on the show.
Yeah. We
And we need
to see that
them
movie,
comic
too.
books. We did you on the show about 2 or 3 times to get. We didn't really get to finish the whole mess.
Yeah, we want to check them comic books out.
Yeah. The next time you come out, I'll be drunk so we can have a long conversation. I can't drink right now.
A little bit of conversation.
But yeah, like I said, I share the links and stuff. You know, like I said, it's just I got a website also, but with the website, it actually shows some of the stuff that I do with the community stuff. I also do it's a community award called the Miracles Achievement Award, but Miracle stands for my important reason: the community learning environment succeeds. I present it each year to a third, fourth, and 5th grade boy and girl who's achieved from like a F to a D or a C to a B. Because achievement is no matter what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody makes the honor roll. So I try to do something for the students, kind of like me. I didn't make honor roll, but my mom makes sure my ass was at school for perfect attendance and shit. You know, but that's one of the things that I do. Like I said, I've been doing it for like 6 years. But like I said, I do a lot of stuff. It's just, I share it on my social media page, and then I step back and just let people know, because I wasn't going to do it before as far as like posting it. But a dude named Travis Gilliard, he used to own the rim shop over there by Roy's Diner. He was like, Kev, you need to post what you do because people need to know what you're doing so they can support. He said, these dudes out here doing these car washes and all that stuff, and nobody know where the money goes. At least I know when you post stuff, I know where the money's going. It's going back into the community and for the children. So that's why I started posting it.
Major shout out for that. None for the baby.
Yeah.
Hey, right quick. One of the reasons why, I wanted to join here so bad, because, you're a brother that when I did come home from prison, you was doing, and is still doing right now today, the work that I, admire to be done. And, for that reason, I looked up to you. And look up to you, and I always spoke how men would be like, man, that's my cousin, I'm like, bro, this is a good brother, he a good man.
I say, I know. I keep telling you, good man. He keep telling me about you every time. I'm like, that's my cousin. I know. I'm gonna get him up here.
Yeah, and it's good to create more content with you like we did on the show tonight. You know what I'm saying? And big respect and salute to you for everything that you do.
Like I said, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, for real. Big salute to everything you do.
I was laying there and I saw it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
I was like, yeah.
Who is it that I want on the show like right about
It was
now?
your turn.
And I had to tag you in there, man.
Yeah, so he actually cut everybody out so you come on the show today.
Yeah, for real.
What's
Like,
up, man?
yeah,
Appreciate
because
that.
you know what I'm saying. You do.
He had got on my nerves about it too. I said, I got him.
But he do so much though. Like the man, then he be, for the long period of time. You gotta think about the longevity of him doing. He could have been saying fuck what he do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I salute that. Big salute.
Oh,
You know what I'm
it's,
saying?
it's easy to
That's
quit,
good
man.
shit.
And that's what I tell people, And I was telling this chick that I was dating, I said, it's easy to quit. You know, if you're in a relationship, like I ain't fucking with her, I ain't. But if you stay consistent and you're like, yo, I'ma stay. That's what people need. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was telling you.
Everybody give up and quit too.
Yeah, it is. It's easy.
Everybody got no fight in them.
It's nothing. It's nothing to quit.
They fight for what they want to fight for. The wrong bullshit.
Yeah.
Not
You're
for
right.
debate.
You're right.
The shit that really plot their own demise. That's what it is.
And then the thing about it was crazy was I don't even have kids. You know, so here it is. I'm taking care of other people's children. You know, making them see something different. The biggest thing that I can remember, it was a little kid from Southside. We went to a Charlotte Hornets game, and when we got there, it was kind of late. And this kid ain't never seen skyscrapers. He was like, "What is this? The hospital?" I'm like, "Yo, nah, this ain't the hospital. These are buildings." You know what I'm saying? But he's never seen anything like that. You know, so it's just the fact that taking these children that from the South Side or whatever area from Anderson, taking them to Charlotte. You know, where they, like you said, for us it's nothing, but for a child who's never been outside their own environment, that's a big thing for them. You know,
and that right there made me remind me of a quote, W.E.B. Du Bois, great author, and then brother in the history. He was like, you have to. I firmly believe that we have to expose our children to the world in order for them to understand the opportunities that they can contribute to the world. So the more we expose our children, our youth to, the more their mind open up to the possibilities of all the things they can do. But if we keep them just confined inside of the hood,
that's all they know. That's all they know.
What do you expect for the child to grow up to be?
Not for debate.
Yeah.
All right, tell them where to find you at.
You can find me on Facebook, Kevin Norris. You can find me on Instagram, Kevin Norris. You can just find me.
Hey man, y'all tune in every Wednesday 7:30. Sunday's probably gonna be at 5:30. $2 Thursday tomorrow at Cold Beer Hot Liquor London Spot. Karaoke Saturday and talent.
Karaoke Friday.
Yeah, she tell them shit. You know.
Thursday $2 R&B night. Friday is karaoke night. Saturday is the Cold Beer Hot Liquor Leo Bash. And Sunday is Old School Sunday. Also, those of you, if y'all come out tomorrow, we are going to be there. We're going to be late because we got a event that we have to judge at.
Somebody open up for Sexy Red.
Yeah, shout out to Voice Box for giving
Voice
us
Box.
that opportunity. But we will be there. We're just going to be running late because we really got to take care of this first. But
$2 Thursdays.
$2 Thursdays.
Food on deck.
R&B night.
Not for debate.
Chill vibe.
Chill vibe.
Yeah.
Come get your butts rubbed on. I'm just playing.
Not up for debate. Cold Bill.
Hot liquor.
Not up for debate.
Me and Milton Dunn.
Raru the guy.
Miss So Ambitious.
Special guest.
Kevin Norris, the community man.
Yeah.
Salute you.
Yo, that brother's ready. I was like, yo, listen.
Peace, below y'all.
Peace.